in a row, and they went for number 7 today against Western Michigan. Summit League play hasn't started yet, but the Bison look strong with a 9-4 record. The Bison hitting the hardwood at the Shack for the final time before a week off, and North Dakota State emptied the tanks. Early first half, Jakari White knifing through the Broncos for a man's jam. That was ferocious. Bison getting it done inside, but the story was their three-point shooting. NDSU stayed white hot from deep, hitting 11 threes in the first half alone and 18 throughout the game, with 8 different Bison cutting in on the fun. White led all scorers with 19 points on 4 triples, and Mason Miller knocked down 5 shots from three-point land for his 15 points. But as we've shown you already, it wasn't just the 3-ball that helped the Bison build a 21-point lead at the half. Jeremiah Burke at the rim with a one-handed flush, and NDSU was making plays all the way to the buzzer. Dave Richmond's 200th win is a memorable one. North Dakota State wins 98-62 in a blowout win. North Dakota native Mason Walters has joined Kouvola, a basketball team in Finland's highest league. Walters comes there from the Valley Suns, the Phoenix Suns G League affiliate. NDSU junior wide receiver Bryce Lance has caught 60 passes for 839 yards and 13 receiving touchdowns. He leads the Bison in all 3 categories. After only catching 1 pass during his first 2 years at NDSU, Lance has become a true weapon for this Bison offense.
I think he's just scratching the surface. We can get him stronger. We can get him bigger. This kid is a really good practice player. And I think the majority, not the majority, I just would have to go through it. Any pro that I've ever been around they're elite practice players, and they have elite energy and bounce, and Bryce has got that. I'm so happy he capitalized on his opportunity that he cultivated for himself, but we pushed him up there to the forefront pretty early. I'll go back as far as last spring saying, Bryce, you can be special. This loss in the portal that we had, we don't even need to think about it ever again. You could be the guy. I believe in you.
The top 4 seeds are all left standing in the FCS playoffs. In the first semifinal, it's a Dakota marker game for a trip to Frisco. Doesn't get much better than that. In the second semifinal, top-ranked Montana State plays South Dakota. UND trailed by a goal on 3 separate occasions last night. Each time they fought back and won in overtime to sweep St. Cloud State. Heading into the break, North Dakota has won 4 straight conference games.
That's huge. I know we talk about it. We used to talk about the Denver series, remember last year, but I think we can now talk about this series. It's good to have something more recent. Guys battled so hard. A lot of guys battling through stuff, injuries and whatnot. So like Coach said, breaks had a great time, even though we're playing good hockey. But I'm so darn proud of this group. Like our young guys are really stepping up, and I think that's been a huge thing, and that'll help us big time down the stretch here.
UND is going to need this break. They've got 16 NCHC games to go, but none until January 10th. Sweeping St. Cloud was important. UND sits in 2nd place in the NCHC and only 2 points back of 1st place, Western Michigan. The Marshall Thundering Herd went 10-3 this season and won their conference. After that, head coach Charles Huff's contract was not extended, and he left the program for a Sun Belt rival. Since then, 29 scholarship players entered the transfer portal, and Marshall was forced to withdraw from their bowl game